Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. So, Jay, we just saw an article drop from boxing.com, and it was actually from a interview that was done by Fight Hype about a little less than 24 hours ago. And it's this, that Malik Scott dropped a bombshell, basically saying that negotiations between Deontay Wilder and Francis Ngannou has started. And that is very interesting. Now, of course, that is predicated on the fact that Francis Ngannou performed so well against Tyson Fury to the point, Jay, where basically I felt that he actually won the fight. Now, Malik Scott disagrees with that. He's saying that just because of the fact that Tyson Fury didn't perform at the level that we expected, and the other guy did much better than what we expected, we're just leaning towards him losing. That could be the case because I did not judge every single round, but regardless, the way that he performed, I didn't see anything that Tyson Fury did that would suggest he won that fight. Not only that, even if I scored the rounds and gave it to Tyson Fury, I would still tell you Tyson Fury lost because of the performance. Now, when you think about the possibility of Ngannou versus Wilder, and I had not known that at some point they were talking about Wilder versus Ngannou, that fight would be much bigger today than it would have been prior to the Fury fight, just because of how he performed against Fury. And now you got two individuals who are huge punchers coming from MMA and boxing. Will be a very interesting fight. And we actually talked a little bit about this yesterday, Jay, on our live stream every Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you check us out. That a fight between these two individuals would be explosive, and we believe Wilder would be victorious in that fight because styles make fights. And I believe that just Wilder would step in there and actually throw those punches that we would see if Ngannou really has a granite chin, like some people say, or he's made of titanium or vibranium, as some of them were saying. Or if Tyson Fury just doesn't have the punching power. So, Jay, what's your thoughts? Actually, you know what? Before we go to your thoughts, let's actually play this clip so people can hear and understand where it came from.
Beat him. He still have issues with hard, relentless punchers all the time. All the time.
The elephant in the room now is Ngannou, Wilder. They was talking about it before, and that two big guys punch really hard. But now after seeing that fight, a lot of people kind of saying, "Well, damn, now we kind of really want to see this fight." So, what do you think about it, man?
Well. We already in communications about it. He's an option now, and we're gonna see where things go.
Did the communication start? Because I know there was communication beforehand, but did the communication start again, like in the last 24 hours?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. He's definitely one of the options that we're seeking for now. And me personally, I believe he's willing to do good business. I got to talk to Deontay about it. How you feel about it? I believe he's right there to be hit by Deontay, on as poised as he is and as mature as he come across, but not having really no fights in a professional game as a boxer. He's still a big guy, and he's big and he's strong. And in my opinion, he's very dangerous. He's a high-risk fight for anybody, in my opinion.
So that's what he said, Jay. Now, one thing that I would say that maybe there needs to be some clarity around is this. We were in communication last night, as early as last night, or communication recently, whatever it was he said. Communication with who? Because he could have been talking about he was in communication with Deontay Wilder in regards to Ngannou and not necessarily his team. I don't know if that's the case or not. But people basically ran with, or at least Fight Hype and boxing scene ran with, that they are in negotiations, or negotiations have already started. Yeah. So, Jay, what's your thoughts on the comments and the fact that this might be a possibility next for Deontay Wilder?
I actually kind of like it, just because from the action aspect of it. I mean, two dynamic, powerful beasts going at it in there, with those two type of guys. I think I'm all for it. I'll watch it without a doubt. It's not as much as a circus as the Tyson Fury and Ngannou was. It's just like the Floyd Mayweather Conor McGregor. That was a circus show. It was circus. It was all about for theatrics and almost like very closer to being WWE. And Ngannou was actually taking this like really serious. And because he has the type of power he has, it's a possibility for upset against anyone because he has that puncher's chance. Now, as you said earlier, we both felt that Deontay would win this fight between the two. I think Deontay is not going to be afraid to drop them bombs back at Ngannou. So that's going to make him keep him at bay. He's going to have to worry about power coming back to him. So, and we know both of them have an iron will. We know Deontay, it takes a lot to try to stop that dude. He's not going to quit. You really have to put him out. And that's usually by accumulation from what we've seen just from the fight we had with Fury. We haven't seen him just get hit and get dropped and be out. That hasn't happened. He's getting up every doggone time. So the fact that Malik Scott just all of a sudden, they almost had a change of heart. I think that was the measuring stick for them with the Fury, depending on how he fought with Fury, because they've been wanting to fight AJ for the longest, and they've had issues with AJ. That's why I noticed Malik Scott said they think he'll be pretty much a really easy deal to make with Ngannou because they're more mature and they just really about business in a sense. To my knowledge, I've seen a video a while back with Deontay meeting Ngannou. His number of respect for them back then. So I mean, I can see why Malik Scott said they can make this fight happen. It's like you said, this is going to be a big time money fight. I mean, especially they get a nice little undercard with it that'll add to it. But just these two alone is like King Kong versus Godzilla. With the amount of power they have. We know Ngannou doesn't has the most experience, but he has the power. He looked more experienced than just one professional fight and fighting Fury. And Fury's can be a slick boxer. So just the styles of those two between Ngannou and Deontay makes for an interesting matchup. But I'm glad he said it's actually started as far as the talks have started already.
No, I agree. I think it would be a hell of a fight if they were to actually do it. Do I think that should be the next fight? Probably not. I just feel like I have a problem with somebody coming in, even though they are, in combat sports, coming in and all of a sudden getting opportunities with the top heavyweights in the world. Doesn't seem like that's appropriate, specifically for the guys that have dedicated themselves to the sport since they've been children, or in the heavyweight division probably since they were 18 and realized that they weren't going to play basketball or football. I guess I shouldn't have said that, huh? But anyway, yeah, but I don't think that's the appropriate thing to do. But we'll see what ends up happening. We know that money talks and bull walks, so we'll see what ends up happening. You guys tell us what you think in the comment section in regards to the comments from Malik Scott. Is it a possibility next? Would you like to see Deontay Wilder versus Francis Ngannou next? Let us know. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast, AM Sports Media, and we are out.